now with me, oh my goodness, here you are. It's you.
It's good to see you.
This woman, I'm going to try really hard not to hug her too much and not to gush and not cry. This is Pat Flynn, and Pat Flynn is the mother of Relay. Welcome, Pat.
Thank you.
How are you, my love?
Doing well, thank you.
All right. Let's, people don't know the story of Relay. I'm surprised sometimes that people cannot, when they say that they love Relay or they say, I'm going down this year, and I say, have you ever heard Pat Flynn talk about how Relay started? And they say, no. So I'm going to put you on the spot, as I always do, but you're always so lovely.
Okay.
Tell me about where you were that first year, what you were doing, what you thought when you heard about Relay, where you went, and what happened.
Well, Relay didn't start out to be Relay. Relay was started by one wonderful physician, Gordy Clapp, and I was one of his patients, a non-cancer patient. I was in his office for an appointment, and he told me about this unbelievable thing he was going to do. He was going to walk around the UPS track at Baker Field for 24 hours, walk and run, to raise money to fight cancer. And I was blown away like everybody else that one person could do this, but somehow the night, he had given me the date and it stuck in my mind. And that night, about 10 o'clock at night, I thought, I wonder how he's doing. So I got in my car and went to UPS, and they were doing security so well that all the gates were locked. So I couldn't get in. All I could do was peer over the fence and watch, and I could see him going around the track.
Yes.
So I knew everything was okay, and I went back home. And about 1 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I thought, I just have to go down there again. So I went back, and of course the gate was still locked. Still had to peer over the fence, but I could see him out there. And there were maybe 25 people on the track with him who had paid $25 each to walk for a half an hour. So several months later, he called me and said, I have decided to put together a team relay event, because while I was on the track, I got to thinking about that what a terrific thing that would be for all the right reasons. And so he said, I'm putting this little small committee together, and would you help me? And I said, in my heart, I said, well, my head said, no, you're way too involved already. And my heart said, yeah, I'd like to do that. So we had the first relay in Stadium Bowl. We had 19 teams. We raised $33,000.
Yes.
And today we have raised more than $5.5 billion.
Oh my.
That even chokes me up.
Yeah.
Because Relay is in about 4,000 communities in the United States, and it's in 27 countries with about 1,000 events in those 27 countries. And they relay in South Africa and Ireland and Australia and Japan and Singapore, just like we do here. It's just culturally a little different. It's wonderful. So that's how Relay began, right here in good old Tacoma, Washington.
And it would be an understatement to say that Relay has changed your life.
Yes, it has. And I have met the most incredible people. I've been to the most incredible places. I've spoken before groups of a couple of hundred and groups of 10,000, sharing the Relay story. And I feel very blessed to be part of this huge fight to get rid of a very dreadful disease. I love watching the survivors tonight because it means they're surviving.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yes.
And so that's always a highlight for me, to stand on the sidelines and applaud our wonderful survivors. And I got serious goosebumps when Diane Sweeney sang the national anthem, because 32 years ago at the very first team relay event, she sang the national anthem.
I didn't know that.
In Stadium Bowl, then with the stadium band, and of course the bowl reverberates. So it was a chore for her, but she was magnificent then, just like she is now.
She is. You know, you are my hero. You have been my hero ever since I met you, for many, many reasons. You continue to always have such a sense of hope and grace and serenity and strength about you, regardless of what is happening in all of those survivors' life. You are like a lifeboat for us, Pat Flynn. I have to tell you, after Dr. Gordy Klatt passed away, it took the wind out of my sails, and I think I'm not the only person that took the wind out of our sails. But
It was a terrible loss.
You just continued like the mother of relay, taking care of her children, who just said, okay, we've had a bad day, tomorrow's going to be a new day, and you continue to fight this fight. How do you do it?
I don't know. It's just, I guess it's in my DNA. I don't
Yes.
know. But there are so many people who are supporting this effort to end this disease, and we need to stick with it. I mean, this is important.
Absolutely. Dr. Klatt once said to me, I said to him, when will we call this a success? And he said, when we relay no more.
That's right, and we will relay till there is no cancer.
Exactly, absolutely. What is your favorite part of relay? If you had to just pick one, and I know it's like asking a mother to pick a favorite child, and the mom goes, well, I love them all equally, which we don't, moms really do have favorite kids.
Yeah.
But if you had, let me rephrase it, if you had to encourage people to come down here for one ceremony, one event that would change their life, what would it be?
Well, it's a toss-up between the Survivor Lap and the Luminaria ceremony. The Luminaria ceremony is at 10 o'clock, and we turn down the lights, and a cancer survivor talks. And I have a friend that I've been wandering the track with for 25 years at the 10 o'clock time, and we read every bag.
Oh, I love that.
And it's a very special time. And I guess the third one, if I can have a third one,
You can have anything
is
you want.
just the camaraderie. It's the people stopping by our campsite, greeting us year after year. It's wonderful, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Well, I wouldn't trade you for anything. So I want to say thank you so much for being here and for stopping by and for all of the beauty that you are inside and out. And I'm going to let you get back over there into that survivor's tent and chow down and get back to your team and say thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Amanda.
You're welcome, love. You're welcome.